Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and good afternoon, dear citizens of Ekbebeja. Thank you for tuning in. The time is 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. This is Agape FM, bringing the gospel nearer to you, and you are tuning in to the Midday Talk with me, Unawi Sambekela, where we bring you fantastic people. We'll bring you movers and shakers of Ekbebeja. We'll bring you people with stories. And we'll bring you people, business people. Today I'm sitting with none other. The lovely lady. Today I'm sitting, across from me is sitting Shermoné Smith. How are you, ma'am?
Hi, Nobisa, and everyone else listening. I'm great. Thank you so much for having me here.
And let me just say how nervous you was. We've been saying, calm down, calm down, calm down. But let me, once we are in this room, the Holy Spirit is just among this place. And I'm so excited to be having you in studio today. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me here. I'm excited too.
We have people who are watching live today.
Yes.
Do you have any shout out that you want to give out to?
Well, I have a whole list of shout outs.
We're giving out two.
Okay, I would like to send out a shout out to my parents and to my two beautiful children back at home. And then also to the guys that's really in it with me in the business, Louvain from Algoa Prince, and then also the lady that does my sewing, Auntie Desiree Anthony, and to all my friends and family listening and tuning in, and for all the support so far. And also a special shout out to my pastors, Pastor Wedolene and Pastor Hayden Cunningham from Word of Faith Gelvandale. And then also my home cell leader that has always encouraged me, Auntie Stacy Greef. The shout out is to you guys.
A shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for having such an impact on Shermoné's life. And dear listener of Agape FM, thank you for being loyal to your favorite radio station. We are online, and if you're tuning on live, if you are tuning in through the website, or if you're tuning in through the app as well, thank you and welcome to the Midday Talk. The time is 2 minutes past 1. The date is the 17th of December 2021. Oh, it's the last month. It's the last 17th of this year.
Yes, can you believe it?
The time, like the year flew.
It really did.
It just flew.
It really did.
Agape family. As you all know, that we always read the bio first so that you know who we're speaking to and what she is all about. Today is no different. I'm sitting across Shermoné Smith, who's 36 years old, from Gelvandale PE, and a mother of two to a pigeon pair, Blake and Mika. I am going to ask you about that. Back in 2018, she received a prophecy that she will have a new career, which didn't make sense at the time, as she was working in the short-term insurance industry for about 10 years. However, after being retrenched in 2020 and with the pandemic at hand, she believed that it was the set time for the prophecy to come to pass. She started her business Peaceful Feet in September 2020, door-to-door services. She had done cosmetology training back in 2006 at Russell Road College, but God specifically spoke to her about feet. After 1 year, the business expanded and had a new baby. Pamperina was born, which specifically caters for women and girls, offering unique beauty pampering and a touch of personal gifts services. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Shermoné Smith of Peaceful Feet and Pamperina. Once again, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. So, for someone who's listening now, who knows you are the owner, the founder of Pamperina and Peaceful Feet,
Yes.
can you briefly tell us more about, just introduce yourself in a nutshell, who you are and what you're about?
Okay, as you heard, I'm Shermoné Smith. I'm 36 years old, and I have two children, a pigeon pair, a boy and a girl, Blake and Mika. Yes, and I have my business. This is Peaceful Feet and Pamperina. it basically blends in, dwells down to the same thing. It basically dwells around beauty and, just being a blessing unto ladies and unto girls as well. But Peaceful Feet also caters for men. I have a whole lot of men clients at the moment, and I'm hoping that it will expand to, I think men is much more comfortable doing these things as well, knowing that, they also need to be spoiled.
True.
Yes. Yeah, so that is it.
Okay. If you are looking for water, it's too late right now because we're taking notes, we are doing everything. So please do stay tuned. For more information as this this studio is about to get heated. I'm just saying that. It's about to get heated in here. Peaceful Feet.
Yes.
Briefly explain to us and how the business came about.
Well, Nabisa, I was retrenched in 2020 February after working like 10 years in the insurance industry, but it was the second time I was retrenched.
Oh.
But I received a prophecy in 2018, and the prophecy was that I will have a whole new career. And at that point, it didn't make sense to me because I've been working in this industry for this long. And it came to that point where I was retrenched. And one day I was sitting and I was asking the Lord, I need a skill. I was helping my cousin in her business, and I said, Lord, I need a skill. I need something for myself. What is it? And, God just started speaking to me regarding, it's like, but you have a skill. And I'm like, yay, I have a skill. And, God reminded me that you did cosmetology, but he specifically spoke to me regarding feet. And, the humility behind doing someone else's feet and building your character doing someone else's feet, because feet is not a thing that everybody wanna work on or touch on. You never know what you can get or what you will get. But yeah, that is about it, how I came to start Peaceful Feet. Yeah.
And when I read your bio,
yes,
the story that Jesus went to wash his disciples' feet.
Yes.
So I remember that feet are very important,
It
and for Jesus himself to be washing his disciples' feet might have something to do with you, with his prophecy and him talking to you about specifically feet.
Yes.
And let me just say, your business is blessed.
Oh, thank you so
Your
much.
business is blessed, and continue
working
on feet.
Yeah.
And may it expand to other things as well.
Thank you so much.
You received a prophecy in 2018.
That's right.
Now, between 2018 and 2020, when you were retrenched, within that time, was there any slight changes in your life?
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely, Nwabisa. It came to a point where I felt like, hey, nothing is happening here, But as I'm sitting now, and if I think back to that period, that 2-year period, God was doing a great job in me. He was doing a great work in me. He was really taking out everything, plucking out what was not needed in me, because I do believe if you run a kingdom business, you build a kingdom business, all these unnecessary things cannot be hidden in your heart, you understand? And he was really doing a thing in me, was preparing me for that set time. And I'm so grateful for those 2 years. It was hard. It wasn't easy. It actually came to a point where I knew I'm not supposed to be at that place where I was working, but I also needed to be there. True. There was times when I went to work and I'm like, yo, Lord, this is not me. This is not me. This is a monotonous thing, and I know there's something in me that needs to come out. But God's plans is always higher than ours, and when the time is right, He make it happen. And I remember the day my boss called me in and she's like, okay, we come to the decision that we have to retrench you. I was never this happy in my life. It's like, yo, I'm retrenched. But I just started crying, and she's like, no, Sherman, don't worry. You got the personality, you got this, and you got all the experience. You'll get a job. I'm like, no, it's not that. I'm just happy. And
tears of joy.
Yes, it was definitely tears of joy. And immediately I knew this is a set time. This prophecy will come to pass. And, after that, I got so much job offers from brokers, from people in politics. I even got, somebody offered me a job in the politics industry. And I'm like, no, I know this is not what God has planned for me. He said, the prophet specifically said, I'm going to have a whole new career. And, even in these 2 years, it came to a point, when I felt like this, like nothing is happening. I'm like, did I even hear properly that day with the prophecy?
So like, wasn't that it?
It wasn't that, But when it happened, I knew, no, man. That is what I heard. And this thing is definitely coming to pass.
And when your time expires in something,
He
always makes provision for the next.
So true.
And he knows that the time now is for you to move. And when those tears came, it was more of, yes, it was tears of joy, but I believe that it was him telling you that I told you the time was coming.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you for listening to that voice, and also going into your own set way, your own set path. In 2006, you trained for cosmetology. And in 2018, a prophecy came. 2020, you got retrenched.
Yes.
Would you, and started your own business in the same year. So would you agree with me when I'm saying that you are working in alignment?
Definitely. Especially in the time that we are living in.
True.
2020 wasn't an easy year for many of us. Do you understand? For all of us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It basically forced us not to think the same way as we have thought before, or have to make some life changes and stuff. And it was so amazing to me that in the midst of a pandemic, the hand of God was still on me. And that I am walking in alignment with God has predestined for me. Even before I was formed in my mother's womb, He has predestined this for me. And it's just amazing that in the year 2020, like I said, in the midst of a storm, God just showed up.
And He always shows up. He shows up. I did mention that the studio is about get heated, and it's heating. It is heating. And with this alignment, how has all these events in all these different years, and now at the point that you are in now, it is 2021, and you're still striving, and your business as well has expanded.
Yes, that's
so
right.
How would you say, how has these events impacted your life and how you see life now?
I've definitely grown so much, Nobisa. Not just like in a business type of way, but as a parent, as a friend, as a daughter to my parents, I definitely grew. My mindset has changed drastically. The way I receive things now, it's definitely different from what I saw things before. And you know what? I always said, I always told the Lord when I prayed my way, because once a prophecy goes out, it is war. You have to declare war, because just as you heard that prophecy, the enemy also heard it, and he'll do anything not for you to get to that point of this word of God coming to pass. And it was just amazing. It really grew me into a strong person in my spiritual life, in my even my way of thinking psychologically, physically. I make better choices, because like I said, also for me, Peaceful Feet is a door-to-door service. So I cannot get sick. I cannot get tired. Do you understand? But I also need to know when it's my time to rest.
True.
And that was one of the things that I was struggling with. I didn't know when to rest. But you know, like I said, God has predestined this thing. He's in it. He's in this thing.
Wise as well. You are living the testimony. You are living the prophecy, and that's powerful.
Amen.
I'm looking at you and you're speaking, and I'm seeing passion. I'm saying, you're walking with the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Because whatever that you're saying, it's always aligned. You are aligned, and keep at that.
Thank you so much.
Once you are walking wherever God has stepped. Everything is with light. Everything is walked in with light. And now we're approaching Christmas. I mean, what do you need? What do you need more? This is a season where prayers are answered.
Amen.
This is a season where all tears are tears of joy.
Amen.
So we've been talking about how this business came to light. We've been talking about what happened and the prophecy and everything, but not the business as its own. Yes. I wish we could go in the prophecy and actually speak more and actually know what happened and what everything is about. But this is the Midday Talk. This is the Midday Talk. And we also want to know more about your business. So tell us more about happy feet. I mean, if they're peaceful, they're happy.
Of course, definitely.
If they're peaceful, they're happy. So tell us more about Peaceful Feet.
Do you want to know more about Peaceful Feet? Okay, Peaceful Feet, it's a door-to-door service, okay? At the moment, I do not have space. So I go from door to door. And it's just amazing to go into people's homes and, you know, just bringing the peace with you. And for me, it's so amazing, you know, just to see the transformation from, you know, people is always skeptical when you touch their feet. Not everyone likes, you know, don't touch my feet, this and that. But it's, for me, it's amazing to see the transformation from this foot and the next moment. And like, the clients was like, yo, can I have those beautiful feet? You know, my feet never felt this way. It gives me joy. It gives me pleasure, and it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to go deeper. It makes me want to, you know, want to learn more, because it doesn't have to stop here. It can always go further, do you understand? So, yeah, that is what Peaceful Feet is all about. I go into people's homes, I do their feet, and it's just not, it doesn't just end with feet, you know, because sometimes... most of the times especially with your loyal clients, you get to know these people.
True.
You're not a pedicurist anymore. You're a minister, you're a therapist. But, you know, I love it. I just simply love it. I love it. And like I said earlier, I know this thing is from God, because my clients, I truly have the best clients ever. I truly have the best clients. I love them, and they get to love me too. And it's so amazing knowing that and sometimes when they don't book like for a month, I'm like, I will sit and think, I miss this person. I miss the way they make me feel in their homes, you understand? Because many of them, they have this open door policy. They're loving, and their families start to get to know you. So yeah. It is what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for your feet to be pampered, if you're looking for a pedicure,
yes, that's right.
Shermoné is here. Please do give a shout out. You also spoke about, while we were speaking off air, that touching people's feet and also making them look and amazing, as somehow you change how they perceive, how they look at their feet. It also builds character.
That's, of course, yes.
Tell me more about that.
You know, only not just for the clients, but for me personally. It really builds my character in a way of, actually this morning I did a client before I came here, and this lady was telling me, you know what? And that was like confirmation. She's like, it says a lot about someone's character that can just happily do someone else's feet. And I'm like, yo, thank you, Jesus. This is really confirmation. In a way, in the sense of, like I said earlier, it's not everyone that loves doing the feet, because most of the beauticians out there, it's out to do nails, it's makeup, it's massage and that. But for me, feet, it's the humility, the spirit of humility behind it. And like you said earlier, regarding Jesus that washed his disciples' feet, you know, it builds me in so many ways. You know, it really humbles me to do that thing. And I think what God really expects from us is to always stay humble no matter what. Just stay humble. And that really keeps me humble.
Peaceful feet. You speak about, and the prophecy was specifically saying feet. And you decided to say peaceful feet.
Yeah.
Why people? You could have said something else, but you know that you're basing your business on peaceful on feet. But you strictly went on peaceful feet. Why the name?
I think it kind of the day when I spoke to the Lord, like about I need a skill, and when God responded that you have a skill, and He spoke to me about feet and the humility behind feet, and I think the name just kind of blended in. It just came, and I just took it from there, and peaceful feet it was, and it will always remain peace. It will remain peaceful feet, because also from your restless feet, you know, our feet takes us everywhere.
True.
And if your feet is not, you know, healthy and on a physical strength, it's restless. But I believe once I touch your feet, it becomes peaceful.
And you know, especially with ladies, we wear heels.
Of course.
If we're not wearing heels, we're wearing runners and we're running.
Exactly.
If we're wearing sandals, they're too flat. There's just a lot.
And we always have to run around.
Exactly. Yes. We're always on our feet.
Exactly.
And if you're just sitting down, you get cramps as well. So we need peaceful feet. I keep saying this. Your feet need to be peaceful. Please do contact Shermoné.
Yes.
Please do. The time is 22 minutes past 1, and I'm so having fun in this conversation. Having fun. So with this business that you're doing, the peaceful feet, how do you, because we all know that in every industry, in every business, you need to keep on par with the trends, with the styles as well, with the products. So how do you keep up with all these trends and these styles and these products?
Well, social media, the internet, obviously. I'm not that much into the internet. I love to go out there to the shops and go and see what's new, what can, you know, and also listening to my clients. Definitely listening to my clients, because I believe that we as small business owners, we need to listen to our clients, give our clients what they want. And I'm sure from there, you know, your clients will know, they will always come back to you.
And it also builds a customer relationship.
Of course.
Because if you give me what I want, I'm always going to come back to you.
Precisely.
Because I know that whatever that I need, I know that you cater that for me.
Exactly.
So kudos to you. Job well done. Job well done. You say that Pamperina was born.
Yes.
Amidst of everything. We are we're ending 2021 now, and you lost your job last year.
Yes, that's right.
And with that, later on the year, you opened your own business and expanded to Pamperina.
That's right.
What is Pamperina and what do you do there?
Okay, Pamperina is, it was also on a point of, it came to the point where it was winter time. And I knew from the start that my clientele won't be that big in winter time, because we ladies wear boots and, you know, tackies and closed shoes and that. So obviously our feet won't be in the eye. So I knew that, and I'm like, you know, I've got children to feed.
True.
You know, and I asked the Lord really to give me more ideas. And I was praying about it, and it was dropped in my spirit, one specific thing. But it didn't work out that way. You know, I got all the details, I had everything. But when I went to the shops and I went to go check out prices, I'm like, I'm not going to make it, you know. But at the same time, God was so faithful. And I'm like, you know what? You can still do this, but just a little slight different. You can still make girls happy. You can still make ladies happy. And I started off making pamper kits for ladies and for girls. And you know what, Nwabisa, money was a bit tight, but I started buying like one product a week. That is how tight it went.
Investment.
Yes.
Investment.
But then eventually, when I had the whole tutti, the whole thing, everything that needs to go into the pamper kit, it was so amazing. I appreciated it. And the moment it went out, I couldn't believe the feedback I got. I couldn't believe the response I got, the orders that came in. And that just confirmed to me too that, you know what now, that endurance is everything.
True.
You really just need to wait, you know, because sometimes if things just fall on your lap, you don't appreciate it. But once you know you went through the through the storm, that is when you know when this thing is going for. This thing is a seed. It is definitely going for.
You mentioned endurance, and you also mentioned that you bought one product a week, which gives me the fact that you were invested. You are investing in your business, and you made sure that you're investing every time, every week, which is commitment.
It is, yeah.
You persevered in whatever that you're doing, and every entrepreneur out there, every small business owner, you need to know that you need to persevere. You need to have passion for this.
So true.
Yeah, and you need to invest in your business. Don't wait for someone to say, okay, I'm going to invest in your business if you're not investing in your own business.
So true.
We need to know that you've also invested so that we can also invest in your own business. So Shermoné Smith here is a true definition of that. She knew that she couldn't make it to buy everything in one go. So she bought it bit by bit. Today, we have Pamperina as a whole business, a whole venture. So, what's next? What's next for both businesses?
Both businesses, Peaceful Feet, for example, I really, at the moment, I'm only doing basic pedicures. So it includes your foot scrub, removal of dead skin, it's a nail trim, your cuticle treatment, and also includes a foot massage up until your knee.
Okay.
So, and just applying normal nail polish. But I definitely want to move into gel overlays and these type of things, because I know then I will attract a much younger market as well. And then with Pamperina, at the moment, Pamperina does pamper kits, teacher gifts, bridal gifts, the whole satin tutti, it's pajamas, it's your bonnets, it's your satin pillowcases, you know, and definitely moving into catering for men as well. I have a few things that I'm working on. So I believe that next year, early next year, it will definitely be out there for our men as well. And our boys, because I feel it's like a girl's world out there, but I don't want the men to feel excluded as well. And Pamperina is it's really just about a personal touch. You know, everyone loves a personal gift. Everybody loves something with your name on it, because then you know it's mine. You know, but I also love the fact that when it gets to you, you know, it brings you some type of joy, and it's unique. It's really unique. So I constantly have to think, and it's times that I'm like, when I go to bed, and it's like, Shermoné, you really need to switch off now, because my mind is constantly going. But that's the thing of having a small business. You have to keep on and keep on going on, you know. And I believe that definitely next year it's going to be much bigger.
I read somewhere that there was this gentleman who didn't want to work a 9 to 5. So he left his 9 to 5 and started his own business. Now he's working 24 hours. So welcome to
That's it.
Welcome to having your own business and
working 24 hours.
24 hours.
But it's definitely that. It's definitely that. I just a few weeks ago I put on my status because this was a season I really got busy, and I was put on my status like, yo guys, we have a small business. It starts the morning when you open your eyes, and it literally ends when you go and sleep. It just never stops.
It never stops. It really never stops. And now, if you have your own business, please do remember that rest is also it also is effective, because if you don't rest, the following day you might not be as efficient.
Yes.
You might not do as you might not be as productive as you wish to be.
True.
But if you're a small business owner, 24 hours, you're working 24 hours.
Yes, definitely.
You will be working 24 hours. So for anyone who is looking for a detail, someone who wants to know what you actually do in more detail, wants to actually book an appointment with you, and wants to buy, we're going towards now Christmas is almost here. They might have bought their own business, their Christmas gifts, but next year is here. There are so many holidays next year.
That's true.
Business will be blooming. Business will be coming through in a manner that there's more and more investments on your side. So where can we find you? Are you on social media? Is there a number that we can contact? Your email addresses?
Okay. I have a WhatsApp number. It's 063 090 5982, and then I do not have a page on Facebook, but I do have a profile which is Pamperina Beauty and Pamper Kit, and I have an email address. It's shermsmith50@gmail.com.
Okay, shermsmith@gmail.com.
50@gmail.com. Yes.
shermsmith50@gmail.com.
That's right.
Can you please also repeat the number for us?
It's 063 090 5982.
Okay, and there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching online. We have so many people who are online, viewing online. Thank you so much for being loyal to Agape FM. And thank you for tuning in to your favorite show, where we bring movers and shakers, business people with testimonies. Today I am sitting with Shermoné Smith of Peaceful Feed and Pamperina. Ma'am, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Like we always do that, we always ask our guests to leave a word of encouragement to someone who's trying to start, or someone who's starting, or someone who has an idea but now are looking for ways to start. What can you say?
You know, I always stand on this words. Every harvest was once a seed. Never despise the beginning of small things. Like, literally never despise the beginning of small things. It's so important to believe in yourself. It's so important to know that, you know, you've got freedom. When Jesus died for us, he gave us freedom. And he didn't give us freedom just in specific things. He gave us freedom in everything. And we have the mind like Christ. So just believe and trust that you can do it. And like I said, every harvest was once a seed. Never despise the beginning of small things. And like Nike also says, just do it. Just do it, no matter who disregard what you do, because there will always be naysayers. There will always be people that will, like, you know, they'll disregard what you do. But just move on and keep on going. Even in the tough times, even when it feels like, hey, nothing is happening, something is happening. Something is definitely happening behind the scenes, always.
And I'm not even going to say anything about that. That was wise. That was encouraging.
Thank you so much.
Please do take that into note. A seed was always a harvest.
Yes, every harvest was once a seed.
Exactly, every harvest was once a seed. So please, whatever idea that you have, do not do not look down on that. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you
so much for that. Dear listener, you are so tuning into Agape FM where we bring the gospel nearer to you. I am Munabi Sambekela. This is the Midday Talk at Agape FM where we bring movers and shakers, people's testimonies and business and people, entrepreneurs, and whoever who comes to come on studio and has something to say. I always say this, that we are the radio that we make freedom. Because like you also mentioned that when Jesus died for us, he gave us freedom.
Yes.
So this is the show. This is where we want to do that. We are Agape FM, bringing the gospel near to you once again. Please do stay tuned because we are having Encounter Me sessions with Yolanda Singh. And it's always nice. It's always refreshing to have Yolanda on, to have everyone who's here. So please do stay tuned. Please do not touch that dial. From me, I am asking that you also go to our YouTube channel. It is Agape Radio, and also like, subscribe, and share. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram as well. Please do follow us on all social media platforms. We bring content that is mind-blowing. I'm leaving you. And I'm always saying that the show is always simply devoting its time and to people who are believing in themselves and believing in the journey that they're taking. I'm leaving you now with Simply Devoted by Sinard. Thank you, Miss Smith.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming through. From me, it is a goodbye. Oh, thank you so much.